I consider myself an old farm boy, pretty tough cookie. It takes a lot to get me to go see a doctor. I had a little lump in my neck and I went to get it checked out. In the evening, I got the call. I had stage 4 squamous cell carcinoma. The moment I walked into SSM, I felt like it was going to be okay. It seemed like the worse I felt, the better they made me feel. Once they got into surgery, that tumor in my neck had grown substantially. And doing all the other surgery, I lost the use of my tongue. They said I almost had a 0% chance of ever eating or drinking again. Not being able to eat or drink or speak, that was my nightmare. Probably the most important words that were ever spoke to me. My speech therapist, Stacy Snyder, looked me right in the eye and she goes, "I've seen worse, you can do this." During my treatment, I had to be at work at 8 o'clock, and that's why it was so important that SSM adhered to my schedule. SSM, they would open the hospital at 7 a.m. and give my radiation, and then I would be at work by 8 o'clock. I never missed one treatment. During that whole time, I was on a feeding tube, and my insurance wasn't covering it. My radiology nurse, she just said, "Wow, that's horrible, they should cover that." Saturday morning, the doorbell rings, and I look out on the porch, and there's 2 huge boxes. All the feeding tubes and everything was there. I called Stacy, and she goes, "Yeah, I called the insurance company, and I went to battle for you. They don't treat you like, oh, you're just a patient, or you're just an old farm boy. They treat you like you're part of their family." And that's why I wanted so bad after I finished all my treatments to be a part of SSM. Before my treatment started, I wanted to talk to somebody that had had throat cancer and see that they survived it, they made it. Now that I'm a patient navigator, I meet with the patients and their families and their caregivers. It's been such a positive response, it's unbelievable. They said, you know, I come in here feeling horrible and I leave here feeling much better. So that's the true story of SSM. When I finished all my treatment, I got pretty upset. It was like I just lost a part of my family. They meant so much to me. I went by and got 24 roses. I gave them to all the nurses, oncology, radiology, everybody I could see. And that wasn't near enough to show my appreciation. The people at SSM Hospital made me feel like I was going to survive when I didn't believe in myself. I really believe they're the reason I'm here today. SSM is my guardian angel. Donations are so important to continue our care and the quality of care that SSM provides. How could you not want to make someone's life easier when they suffer from cancer?